Wow, that was too cool. And look at that, a new arc. New Dinosaurs, Adventures, and Friends. I'm super excited for this. I spent a lot of time in Love on Arc, so I was looking forward to the new challenge. And this time, I only had 100 days to do it too. I started out spending a lot of time in the new menu. There were so many different options to choose from for your character. I really knew what I wanted, but I still wanted to play around with all the functions. But one of the things I accidentally did was I almost named myself Human, which, judging by the place that that's located, I imagine a lot of people accidentally did that. Mike made fun of me anyways for doing that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Waking up on the beach in Ark. The first thing you have to do is check out your shiny new implant. I suppose some things never change. The next step here is definitely going to be taking a look at those new graphics. The sand, the water, looks fantastic. I'm not even playing on epic settings. I'm playing about medium high, but it still looks great to me. Let's not talk about my frame rate though. My first major goal here was going to be finding paper. To do that, I was going to need to look around.
Dude, my character feels so small.
While Paper did some panicking over how small he made his character, I did some further adventuring on the beach and spotted one of my favorite arc birds, the Pelagornis.
It's a Pelagornis! Hi, Mr. Pelagornis. Come and be my friend, please.
The Pelagornis wasn't really interested in being my friend at this point, and I was nowhere near Mike, so I decided I was just gonna go ahead and let something in the ocean respawn me so that I could be a little bit closer. And as I waited to respawn, Paper started thinking about how small he made his character.
No, I don't like my character. I don't know if it's small. I mean, I have a base here to measure myself with. I guess we'll do that.
Oh, are kind of short.
No, don't say that.
What happened to your giant character? I thought you were going to be big.
No, I'm not using giant character.
While Paper continued panicking, I woke up on the beach and set out to find him again. And I was going to need to find him if I wanted to meet that first goal. Luckily, this wasn't too hard of a task, since we were both in the same area now. I even ended up bouncing right off him.
Oh, hello. Is that you? Wait.
It's me. Don't look, I'm not wearing pants yet.
Okay.
Whoops, I got so distracted by trying to find him, I realized I didn't have anything. No pointed sticks, no tools, and certainly no clothing. I made myself some nice cloth armor, a cloth shirt, and a cloth pair of pants, and I was all ready. Some people might find it a little bit weird, but cloth armor is actually my favorite. Hey, the armor pieces even move when you walk. That's pretty nifty. Then I continued on my adventure to find some materials, and realized that I had lost Mike. So my search began once more.
Oh, my kid, where are you?
I'm at this lake here.
I knew exactly what lake he was talking about, too.
Well, I'm trying to find you. I found a Lystro. Hi.
Mike mentioned he was trying to tame a
Where's
Lystro,
your baby?
so I just assumed that this was the one he was talking about.
It's adorable.
What?
So after a few moments, he realized we were looking at the same
On
Lystro,
baby? What?
and we were reunited once again.
I found the baby Lystro. Oh, hi.
Hello. I like my name.
Objective 1 complete. I had found Paper. Again. I had found him again.
No, let the baby live.
He planned on befriending that Lystro, but we soon learned that there were nefarious plans intended for the Lystro's baby.
I kept it very discreetly. No one knows. No one's gonna know what's gonna happen to the baby.
Very sus. Sus.
Very sus. We never saw that bundle of prime meat ever again.
Okay, am I cool enough to be in your tribe right now?
It was finally time to tribe up and pick out a tribe name.
Sure.
But the question was what we were going to name the tribe. The debate didn't last long at all.
What are you gonna name the tribe?
I don't know.
Paper ended up naming it after our Discord name. Order of the Ducks. A properly ducky name. Gotta love a good duck. I had completed my next objective for the day, and that was establishing a tribe. So now that that was done, I listened to Paper lose it trying to tame that Lystro.
Hungry! It's a zero food! Come on!
And since we streamed the beginning of this, chat decided to name the Lystro the Moza Chops from Wish.
Mosa shops from Wish?
I thought that was pretty funny.
Wish brand Moza chops.
I probably laughed at that way harder than I needed to, but I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
My next goal was to establish a starter base, that way I would have somewhere to respawn and keep all of my things. But before that, some delicious foreshadowing.
Wow, everything's really quiet and going surprisingly well. Where is all the danger at?
Oh, good. There's no danger. I don't want to die.
Oh, the danger was coming. I just didn't know that yet. But it was time to get started on a little starter base for myself, somewhere I could keep my things. So I gathered all my materials because I would need all of them to get started. It was time to get loads of stone, thatch, wood, and fiber. An important note here, Mike and I decided this time to make separate bases. This was to make things a lot harder on us, but no worries, we can still get together, team up for boss fights, as well as dungeons and dinosaur hunting. Not to mention never-ending fun adventures. I mean, it wouldn't be any fun without that.
I'm going to build a beautiful wood base, and you're not invited. You can stay in whatever cube you build.
Okay, that was so mean. I feel offended. What do you mean cube? I'm not gonna live in a cube. I might live in a cube, actually.
In the little bit of the game we'd played so far, someone got a little bit obsessed with making as big of a character as they could.
Really? Why didn't you just make a super tall character again?
I made it default.
You made default. Oh, so you're admitting that this is default, and not the super tall character you tried to claim was default. Is default.
Don't say that. Shh, let's not talk about my Giga Shed character. Oh,
Not
God.
losing sight on making the base, I was going to need to gather some hide in order to build something.
It's a dodo. Hi, buddy.
After playing so much modded Ark, I had to really come to the realization just how disrespectful some of the tools were. Breaking that easy. I poked that dodo 3 times.
And I am making a bow.
I'm making a bow.
I'm over spears already. I miss mods.
And we were not playing with any mods.
I stabbed the dodo, and now my spear's gone.
Now the base I'm working on now is just my starter base. Eventually I'm going to have to move to a different location. So it was going to be important that we make an actual plan. Otherwise we would never get any of this done on time. One of the most important things we decided we were going to need to do, have a central base location. This would make it so that we would be able to get to any of the obelisks quickly, as well as get to Tech Cave. So we were planning on staying right along this yellow line. That way we would be able to get anywhere quickly on the map. This is all going to be super important because there's no cryopods in the game, so everything has to be walked or flown somewhere.
That's gonna be painful.
It is.
Base building had got, well, pretty much nowhere, and Paper decided that he wanted to go try and get metal. Now this would have been a really good idea for me to go do, because I would also need that metal.
No, I'm only a level 12. Go on without me. I can't make my own raft.
You sure you don't want to leech on the raft?
Ah, you're right. I'm a leech on the raft.
Lucky for me, he decided to let me go on his raft, so I didn't have to make one myself.
Mostly just because it'll be more entertaining if I come along with you.
Oh, it was definitely going to be more entertaining. Like, remember when I said this?
Well, everything seems really peaceful right now, though. I think it's a great time to say, wow, everything's really quiet and going surprisingly well. Where is all the danger at? Okay, a base that consists of one foundation and a bed now. Look, a raft!
I hopped up on the raft and I was ready for adventure. I was determined I was going to go get some metal, that way I could have a pick and build my base a lot quicker.
Make a bed, maybe? Have some fiber and thatch.
This is all I got.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not enough materials for a bed. That just kind of sounds like we're asking for trouble there.
Well, let's go and hope for the best.
Hope we don't die.
We're just gonna go get metal. It's fine.
The boat ride gave us an opportunity to admire the new water.
Whoa, is that an alpha megalodon up ahead, or is that megalodon just red?
And admire the things inside the water.
Oh, that's an alpha, I think.
Oh, that looks very alpha-ish. That's pretty big.
That's definitely an alpha. Is that a raptor on the beach? That's an alpha raptor!
We weren't even to the metal yet, and we were already surrounded by alphas.
What? Oh,
Is an alpha raptor on the beach?
I was starting to get nervous about this whole adventure.
Yeah, well, don't you see the raptor?
I do, and I don't fancy dying by it.
Facing the parasaur. Okay, we're just gonna stop here.
Well, it was time to park the raft. New goal. Don't die.
These trees look great, though.
But hey, all the forest did look fantastic.
Oh yeah, I like it. What was that?
Oh, look.
Just a few raptors, we could handle that. The forest was frightening, but we were able to dispatch those raptors quickly.
Aha.
Enough raptors. It was time to get serious about finding some metal.
Somewhere here. Oh, look, metal.
Finally, we had found metal, the thing that we came here for. And it's so shiny looking. That's too cool.
Have you received any metal?
But between the two of us hitting the same rock, I didn't get an awful lot of metal.
I only got 23 stones.
I got 6 metal out of that.
I was gonna need a lot more metal than that to get started.
Go.
I got quite the shock when I looked over my shoulder, though.
No, I don't suggest going in that way.
Why not?
There was a terrifying tickle chicken following me. And just when I thought I lost him, I turned around the corner to find a Spino, just taking a stroll through the forest for some reason.
That's a Spinosaurus running this way.
Everywhere I looked, there was something that wanted to kill me.
Death and destruction lurks around me.
With the help of chat, I decided I really wanted to name the first theory I found Fluffy Scissor Monster.
Fluffy Scissor Monster is a fantastic game.
Oh yeah?
This was definitely not the time to try and tame one, though.
That's a baryonyx.
This was the time to try and stay alive.
I think I found the dangerous part of this island. Where are you?
I'm up at... Whoa! Okay, well...
Well, that certainly didn't sound good.
Oh god.
You died. Do I inherit your raft?
I mean, I did have to get back to base somehow.
Well,
Ah, you died.
Well, to make matters worse, Mike died, I only had a small supply of metal, I was surrounded by terrifying creatures, and, well, I mean, who else knew what was gonna happen next?
oh my god. Why was the microraptors around the corner?
Just to wreck your day, really, honestly.
Oh god. Dying to microraptors in the middle of the day feels good, man. I love it.
Well, with Mike dead, I guess that means I inherit the raft. It's all mine now. Or so I thought. Turns out Mike's really smart, and he went ahead and made a bet already.
And I was excited for my inheritance. I feel like I've been robbed of my inheritance now. All because Mike had foresight.
Since he had already respawned, there was only one thing we could do now.
I'm not really sure what I should do.
We're gonna do you a rescue.
Oh?
Finally, it was my turn to be the hero. I had my bow and enough temporary confidence to help me get Mike back to his body.
Is it in all of this tall grass? Also, is that an explorer note right there?
No, it's towards the mountain. Oh, an explorer note. Hello.
Yeah, there's an explorer note right here. Come get it.
After our brief break, collecting that explorer note, we went back to trying to find Mike's body.
Killing this compass. Ah! Oh god, that's not a compy.
But then danger appeared once again.
Oh, well, no.
Packs of compies and a fluffy scissor monster.
Why is it always me?
Why are there so many compies now?
I'm sorry, Mike. You might have to get your body back on your own.
Why? Why? Why?
Oh no! Did you beat it on me? Where are you?
It was time to run.
Please! Why me?
I'm briefly running away. I'll take the theory with me.
I'm running upwards. Oh my god.
Luckily, that was all he needed to get his body back.
Oh, so you got your body back?
Yeah. Somehow.
Great. Okay, let's leave this mountain and agree never to return.
So it was time to take our meager supply of metal we gathered and make our way back to my 1 foundation by 1 foundation base.
Oh, I'm on my way to the raft.
But then I saw him, sitting there on the side of the mountain, Doug. The most perfect dodo in all of existence. And I couldn't leave him here, on the side of the mountain, in this dangerous, dangerous territory. It had only been a few seconds of our friendship, and a compy was already trying to eat Doug.
Oh, compy, leave me and Doug alone.
Doug? You have Doug?
New goal. Keep Doug safe. Keep Doug alive long enough to make it to Master Controller. A bold calling for a dodo. Doug was doing fine, but I was not. It was far too cold on this beach.
It's also incredibly cold and my bone's broken now.
It had gotten so cold, I was sure I was gonna die soon.
Oh, I died.
And of course, when I respawned, I woke up on the raft, which happened to be moving, so I fell in the water.
Oh no, wait for me!
He's still waking up.
I'm still waking up!
Luckily, he stopped the raft and came back for me. Now Mike would be able to help me get Doug back.
Oh god, it's a piranha. That's not the kind of fish I was looking for. Let me out! Oh my god, please get off the raft.
Oh.
Thank you. Good, but he's off to the right there.
Unfortunately, thanks to the piranhas, it wouldn't be long before I was dead again.
Bye, cruel world. I died! Grab my stuff.
It was a lot of deaths to get Doug and my stuff back.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh my god.
And then I died again. At least Doug was safe.
Woo! Hi, Doug.
Oh, he landed up there.
What a shot. Now Doug could enjoy the boat ride in style. So close this time, foiled by a baryonyx. Again. Now, don't ask me how it happened, but I definitely thought I saw my stuff in the water. And then when I came to get it back, it was sitting on the beach.
So, do you see your body?
I did. I got my stuff now.
Very strange arc.
Don't ask me how it got on land. I don't know.
I was done with this place. It was time for me, the raft, Paper, and Doug to go back to the base.
I would die for Doug.
You would die for Doug?
Yes.
Shouldn't have said that.
In fact, I did die a lot for Doug, but it was also that I could get him safely home. Totally worth it. Safely introduced to his new home, I decided that Doug was going to be the creature to hold all the food for now, since I didn't have a preserving bin yet.
Plus, Doug is now going to carry all my food in his inventory.
Oh, really?
So Doug is going to be my refrigerator.
Finally, it was time to do some actual building. I laid out the center of my new base, then I placed down some essentials for crafting. I'm not quite sure where I was going with the pattern for this floor, but I just wanted to make something that was interesting looking. I also really wanted to just have a chance to play around with the building mechanics, since they added so much quality of life to it. There were so many different options here. The roof piece could be a staircase, it could be a ramp, it could flip upside down, and the same things applied to most other parts as well. I was super excited because I thought Mike was coming to look at my build.
Oh.
What? No! From
What?
one rock?
Why have you done this? At least drag me back to my base. How
It was just
rude.
one rock! I
A
can get
boost.
knocked out from that! Oh, come on!
I can't believe you've done this, Mike.
That was just one rock! You get knocked out from that? Oh, come on!
Nap time.
Oh, I'm awake. Carry on.
After my brief nap, it was time to get back to building. I put up some walls, some lovely windows, and of course a door or two so I could get in and out. Next, all I needed to do was make the roof. And will you look at those corner pieces? That was such a good decision to add. I approve of this addition. Now all I needed was some rails for the staircase, which also served as quarter walls. Another interesting addition. And there we go, just about finished. I snapped the rails on and took a look at my build. Strange shape, but I like it. I decided I wanted to add a porch though. I thought the base would look better that way. With the completion of the porch, I can mark starter base off my list of goals. Now for the next goal, getting a flyer. Before starting my search for a Pelagornis,
I've definitely— No! Don't throw Doug in the water!
Paper came over for a house tour, but then immediately threw Doug in the water. Poor Doug. What did Doug ever do to deserve this kind of treatment?
What did Doug do to deserve this?
Just being Doug.
Think I could throw him through the window? Almost.
Punch him.
Oh,
That
no!
did not help. He's too big to go through the window.
I'm kind of disappointed Doug couldn't fit through the window though. He was definitely small enough to get through that window. I started some light exploring to look out for a Pelagornis and ran into this drop, so I decided to pick it up. And lucky for me, it already had a spyglass in it, which was something I was going to need, so that I could see what level the Pelagornis were.
Hey, see, I didn't need to make a spyglass after all because this drop has a spyglass in it.
Armed with my new spyglass, I was on the hunt, hopefully for a high-level Pelagornis. But honestly, I wasn't too picky.
This Pelagornis wants nothing to do with me or my shenanigans. Flying so high.
I was super excited for this, and thought I found one. So I thought I followed it behind this rock,
Pelagornis!
but I was totally bamboozled.
Wait.
This was a different player's Pelagornis.
Oh, you're somebody else.
This was a different player's Pelagornis. How disappointing. Good for them though.
On a 40. You want that?
I wasn't sure if I was ready to settle for a level 40 yet, so I went out looking one more time to see if I could find a higher level. And just when I thought I found a Pelagornis, it turns out it was the 40 that Mike spotted earlier.
Oh, well, I guess I am desperate enough for the 40.
So I got started tranking it out so that I could have my very own flyer. Sleep, my new friend. I will find you some fish. While on my search for fish meat, I found the largest fish in the history of fish.
There's a massive fish in here.
He was going to give me so much fish meat, but as I began to harvest that fish, I was starting to think, after hitting him for a while, I was never going to finish harvesting him for all of his fish meat. At some point, I had to take a break from chopping the fish and call Mike over just to see how big this fish was.
Oh my god.
See how big this fish is?
Jesus.
I got now 500 fish out of this fish.
You carried that?
This was definitely plenty of fish to tame as many Pelagornises as I needed for now. And lucky for me, there was another Pelagornis floating right by in the water. And while I was hard at work taming a Pelagornis, Mike was kidnapping Doug.
Dog doesn't desire this treatment.
And how was I supposed to get him down from there?
Are you gonna whistle it?
He's stuck?
Yeah.
Doug, why are you stuck? Did you put rocks on Doug?
I did not.
Why is he overweighted then? Ow! Oh, I'm asleep.
Come
But
on!
Trumbo!
Why do you get knocked out from one? You get knocked out from one stone.
Because I have no fortitude!
Oh, you have 0?
Nap time over, it was time to tame up that other Pelagornis.
I got to name the Pelagornis Pelagine.
And now that I had 2 of them, I was pretty much all set on Pelagornises. But I made a discovery. I was nowhere near the level I needed to be to make a Pelagornis saddle.
I don't know, punch me to death. Knock me out with it. Oh, now I'm on fire.
That didn't even kill you.
But I had a plan, and I was gonna need to die to make that plan a reality, so that I could run around and pick up explorer notes to level up.
See, I found one.
I knew where a couple of the explorer notes were on the island, so now it was time to dip into my memory and try and remember where they were. Although I would have to do it in a landscape I was unfamiliar with, because a lot of rocks and locations have slightly changed with the new edition.
Getting close. We're at 39 now.
It was going really well too, till a raptor ate me. I remembered that there was one last explorer note close by, right where we had made the base. So I picked that up, and I tried out a technique someone in the stream let me know, where I had to make a whole bunch of cooking pots, then destroy them, and that got me the levels I needed. Next on the taming list was Charles, the Pego. I don't know if I would call him a real good friend. I don't know how much I trust him, but he was going to be my companion for a little bit at least.
Alright. I got a sneaky little Pegomastix, and he's gonna be my friend now.
Now the last thing I needed to do today was to make that Pelagornis saddle. So I used the new tracking feature to see how much chitin I would need to be able to craft it. So from here, Charles and I just went on one big turtle hunt to try and get everything we needed for the saddle. And I managed to get it done. I finally had my own Pelagornis saddle. So it was time to saddle up Pelagine. And it was about time I do a daring rescue of Doug. I'm sure that rock's not very comfortable.
Okay, let's see now that we have a flyer if we can rescue Doug from his height prison Mike left him on.
One daring landing and epic jump later, I had him.
Got him!
He was clear to be back home and safe. Right inside the base I built for him, where he could relax. I put the Pelagornises where they'd be safe. Left Charles on Doug duty. And it was time to call it a day. And I'd be leaving off today on day 6. I met all my objectives for the day. I made myself a nice starter home, I got a Pelagornis, and I kept Doug safe and sound. Here's a sneak peek of the next episode. I look forward to a lot more exciting things happening, because the next episode is where all the hard stuff starts. So thanks for watching this time, and I'll see you all next time.